Okay, what do you want on Twitter? Likely if you clicked on this video, you want a larger audience. And you do this by first of all, grabbing people's attention, and then second of all, turning people who are just reading your tweet into followers. And I will show you in the video how you do this. So in this video, I will be talking about two things. First of all, I did a few test tweets to check which sort of tweet layout actually grabs people's attention. And second of all, I will also talk about how to structure your tweet content-wise so that you can turn people who are just reading your tweet into actual followers. So if you want to see more of this type of content, like for instance, how to expose your tweets to people who are potentially interested in your type of content, then be sure to subscribe to my channel because I am talking a lot about this stuff. And again, to make your subscribing life a lot easier, I have a watermark right here onto which you can click, and then you can just subscribe to my channel without leaving the full screen mode. But now let's get straight into the content. So the first thing that you need to consider is how to make your tweet look so that people stop for long enough to actually read what it is that you have to say. Because if people are not reading your tweet, then it is really worth nothing. And this is something that I actually realized when I was having dinner with my family and we were eating out. And all of us have completely missed the specials on the menu, even though the specials were in a large red box. So in theory, it is hard to miss. But then we all realized that our eyes and our brains are trained so much to ignore everything that looks like ads that we all completely missed it. So then I thought maybe those obviously attention-grabbing tweets are not going to work with people. So I see a ton of people posting pictures and GIFs and so on, and I did actually 2 test tweets to compare. And in one of the tweets, I just took up a lot of space by using lots of paragraphs and so on and structuring it very, very clearly. And in the second tweet, I used exactly the same sentences and exactly the same words, except I left out all of the spaces and I inserted a GIF instead at the bottom of the tweet. Small caveat, I left out the last sentence in the second tweet, but this was basically only because I didn't want Twitter to think that I'm a bot that keeps retweeting and keeps tweeting the same thing. And I tweeted them with about, let's say, 10 seconds distance. Like the amount of time that it takes you to copy paste a text and put it into a tweet and press send. So as you can see, in the analytics, I took the screenshot of the analytics 24 hours after I've sent out the tweets. And as you can see, not only did the tweets have more likes, like the tweet that only used spaces but no GIF had a ton more likes than the other tweet, and it also had a higher engagement rate. The engagement rate is the amount of impressions, so the amount of times that the tweet has appeared on people's newsfeed compared to how often people have interacted with the tweet in one way or another. So whether they have given it a like, whether they have given it a retweet, or whether they have just clicked on the tweet, all of those things count as engagement. So it looks like my first hypothesis is true, that tweets that don't look like ads and that are not obviously attention grabbing are actually those that are being noticed a lot more often by people rather than tweets that are, looking like an ad and including lots of pictures. Also, a second hypothesis that I didn't mention so far was also true. So I kept repeating that the engagement rate is crucial, and that Twitter does not show all of our tweets to all of our followers. And you can actually see this on the amounts of impressions. The first tweet that got more interaction and had a higher engagement rate has been shown to more people. You can see this on the impressions. It has appeared in the newsfeed of more people. So this suggests that a tweet that has a high engagement rate is pushed by the algorithm. And you can, if you are interested, then I will explain to you in this video why a high engagement rate is so important in more detail, and why, for instance, follow for follow is a horrible way and is going to ruin your account. So if you are interested in this, then again, check out the video, but please, please, please continue watching this video first, because I have a lot more interesting things to say. And I will also link to the video in the description box below and in the end screen. There's also a tiny caveat, which is that this tweet structure has been my tweet structure already before. So it could be that I've just trained my audience to recognize my tweets. So in theory, a better way to do this experiment would be if somebody else did this rather than me, who has been using this tweet structure before. So just keep this in mind and take this with a grain of salt. But anyway, I have a ton of more conclusions to draw from this, but it would be a very, very geeky video. So please let me know if you're interested in a geeky Twitter analytics video. And yeah, let me know in the comments. And please also, it would be so funny if you wrote geeky Twitter analytics video somehow in the comments. This would really make my day. So in case you're interested, let me know. So now let's get to the Twitter content or the tweet content. And the next thing I'm going to say in the kindest, most loving way. Nobody cares about you. I know it sounds like a mean thing to say, but to a new audience, you are literally 1 in a million. So the best way to not grow on Twitter is to talk about you. Instead, talk about how you can add value to people, or actually don't only talk about it, add value to people with, for instance, actionable advice or with links to helpful articles that you might have written. So this is usually how I structure my tweets. In the first line, I say something that is going to grab people's attention and that is causing some sort of emotion in them. And this way, they're interested enough to go to the second line. There I actually say whatever it is that I have to say. For instance, I give some sort of advice or, but this is where the middle line is usually where the value really is. And then the third line is usually where I do a call to action. So in the third line, I usually ask a question, or I direct people to a YouTube video, or I direct people to a blog article, or I ask a question for a poll. But usually I encourage people to interact with my tweet in one way or another. And this is not only helping me with the engagement rate, it is also helping me to get to know my audience. So, and this I call my 3-step tweet formula. And in case you want more details on my 3-step tweet formula, I actually have a freebie. So click in the description box below, and there I am linking to my 3-step tweet formula, and you get it sent straight to your email inbox if you fill in your name and your email address. So let's give an example of how not to tweet. So I see lots of people talk about their research online or talk about other people's research online. And usually they are going to say something like, after 5 years of hard work, John Smith has finally published a paper in Nature, which is about immunology and cancer. I don't know, something like that. And the thing is, the first few sentences are super boring and not interesting at all. It is not interesting to anyone who has been working on the paper. It is also not interesting how long they have been working on the paper, and also people don't care how much you congratulate them. There are a ton of hardworking scientists that publish in good magazines. So this is something nobody who doesn't know John Smith is going to care about. So leave this out. The only thing that is going to add value to your audience is actually what they have been doing research on. And then expand on that. First of all, the thing that they have been doing research on and the thing that is going to grab people's interest should be at the top of the tweet. Then you can go further into detail about why the research is interesting to fellow researchers who are also working on cancer and immunology in this case. And then finally, you link to the paper, and you should really spell out to people, if you are interested in more details, then click on the link below. And then you will be surprised how many people will actually visit your publication, but you need to spell it out. So leave all of the stuff about congratulating someone, how much they've been working on it, and even who has been working on it out. It is in the interest of gaining new followers. This is not going to help you at all. And again, if you want more details on either why the engagement rate is so important and how to increase your engagement rate, then click here. Also, click here if you're interested in a video on how to find people online that are actually going to follow you. And also click on the link below for more details of my 3-step tweet formula. And of course, follow me on Twitter, because I give a ton of good advice there as well. And it is, I'm giving advice and tweeting every day. And This is also where I interact with people. So in case you have questions, then follow me on Twitter as CareerConversa1. Follow me on Instagram if you are interested in some behind-the-scenes footage and some me being a little bit quirky. Yes, and also I hope to see you in the next video. Oh, I keep forgetting. Please give this video a like. It helps me a lot in the algorithm, as we have seen just by this tweet. Comparison, engagement is super important. So please engage with this video. Please leave me a comment, even if it is just saying this video was helpful or nice video or something like that. You can't believe how much this video is going to be pushed in the algorithm if you do that. So if you want to do me a favor, then please give this video a like and leave a reply. And yes, with this, I wish you a great day and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.